Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so let's see what we can. I'm gonna do a divine masculine check-in and look at what are the masculines observing from their side of the energy in their words with no filter. What would they say if they could just completely be transparent right now about everything going on in the connection, how they feel, what's the challenge, all of that. What are they clearing right now? What are the obstacles or emotions that are going on? What can we see for the barriers or frustrations they're having? What can we see for what they would say to their divine feminine about what they're observing, about what their challenges are or their triumphs? And what can the divine feminines know about the energetics, grounding these higher love templates into the physical? I'm really feeling holding space. So what can we see? Divine masculines, how are you experiencing the connections right now? Oh, there's hope, there's progress. So old ways are falling. These swords have dropped down to the ground. So this is a paradigm shift. So something has or will recently or near future happen where the masculines see a new era, a new way, a new approach coming in that starts clearing the choppy waters. There's something that is smoothing out here. That's how they're thinking of the connection. They're seeing this connection as progressive. What's being cleared? Four of Pentacles, Lord of Earthly Power. So this is the guardedness, the heart walls. The heart walls are being dropped. What would they say to the feminines about this? Wrongful advice. So something that the masculines have been told about how to handle connections doesn't seem to be producing the fruit that they've wanted. This connection is schooling them. It is showing them how you really do it. And the reason that they know that this is so is because they feel the hope. They see this different approach. They see this being disarming. They see whatever this other energy is that informed them or imprinted on them, they now see that as the faulted energy. What do the feminines need to know? Starseed Awakening, Cosmic Heritage, Galactic Remembrance. Wow. So this really is the Starseed admission. This kind of peace on earth, this kind of disarming true love, navigation of connections, not the logical strategies and eye for an eye or games that the masculines have been advised are the way to do it. Not those things. This is the higher love template, and this is the mission. This is the special ops mission. What can the masculines tell us about how they're viewing their feminine at this time? Wow, the Chariot. So they see you moving forward with or without them in balance. Now, the Emperor usually drives the Chariot, but they see that you have anchored your own inner stability is what I'm getting from this. There's only one horse here. It's not the Emperor. It's not the two Sphinxes. This is your side of it. They're looking at you as unencumbered, untethered to the drama, untethered to things that get you down. With this eclipse or sun and moon overlay imagery, this is you being your own wholeness. They see that. What are they clearing as a result of this? Ooh, Queen of Wands. So they are absolutely seeing you as spiritually realized. They see you as divine feminine. They are so attracted to this because they see how incredible that is. You show them a facet of life they have not seen. It's the thing fables are based on, is what I heard. What would they say to you about this? I need more balance. Yeah, so they're seeing this impeccable balance in you. It's giving them permission to also be in that. It's showing them where they need that. What can we see for the advice for the feminines? Seal of Venus, elemental magic, self-love and protection. So loving yourself right now is your protection. I'm getting whatever the masculines have gone through that has shown them that you are in balance and they need more balance. It might be that they have said or done something that they now realize wasn't as balanced as it could be. And this is like saying, stay in your truth, feminines. It wasn't you. It was this opportunity for your masculine to see where they were not in balance. You're safe. This was not something you need to take personally. You are protected and you know your worth. What can we see for how the masculines are feeling on the heart space for these connections? Oh, justice. So now we do have the two. They know that you are their match. They know that you get them. They know that you are their yin to their yang. They see that you see both sides of the truth, that this is not an eye for an eye, but you're in it together. What are they clearing? Wow, Ace of Cups, unconditional love. I'm saying wow a lot in this reading. I'm going through this journey too, and I see this correlating with my scenario. It's always awesome when that happens. But self-love, they're really tapping in to give themselves more balance, to recognize how much they appreciate your example and how you move in the world. And in this connection, feminines, they're really understanding that they can embody more self-love. What they say to the feminines, I'm too afraid to talk to you, in the inverse. So the divine gag order is being removed. In the inverse, that fear is being removed as well. And they're starting to open up. They're seeing that it's actually safe. A friend of mine said today that masculine energy, once they get past childhood, they don't really get a lot of nurture or words of affirmation or appreciation. And intimacy really only comes with sexual interaction. And so there isn't a lot of tenderness, a lot of safety for the masculines to actually speak their truth and to be heard. It's a very different thing. So this energy, I'm too afraid to talk to you, in the inverse, there's so much safety and appreciation and trust in these connections. The masculines are starting to come out of their shell and starting to like break the ice with showing you who they really are, feminines. What do the feminines need to know? Cosmic calibrator, universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. Okay, higher guidance. So we got wrongful advice from the ways of the world, the ways that you have been taught, masculines, or imprinted, or what you've been modeled. And now we have this universal guidance. So everybody is being asked to look to these higher templates, to real love, not to the suffering and trauma models, but to unconditional love and care and seeing somebody compassionately, mercy, humility, and really looking at the core of people and not the surface level clumsiness sometimes. What can we see for the heart space for the feminine? Oh, union. Yeah. So on their heart, this is a justified connection. And in their heart of hearts, it's a spiritually justified connection. They love you, feminines. And it's soul deep. It's not just lust. It's not just good on paper. It is love. What are they clearing? Princess of Pentacles. Princess of the Echoing Hills. You could hear a pin drop, I just heard. They're clearing that deafening silence. They're clearing that silence. They're clearing the ghosting, the hot and cold. They're clearing that out. They're getting ready to be more than just fleeting connections here. What would they say to you about this? I am manifesting you. Yes. So as tentative as it is, as new and uncharted as it is, they are manifesting you. They are looking at the value here. They are looking at their own worth with that cup of love, the Ace of Cups in the inverse. They're feeling that they are redeemable, that they matter, that their opinions matter, that their voice matters, that you matter to them, and that they matter to you. What advice for the feminines? Orion Stargate, power, authority, influence, and ambition. There's nothing that feels so good as love. You know, this love, this becoming, there's so many divine feminines that are actually seeing themselves in the alignment of true love and interacting with these masculines from a place of mastery. And this is the ultimate empowerment. This is the fuel for world change. This is absolutely incredible wind in the sails, and it is happening. What can we see for what the masculines are desiring to manifest? The divine feminine, here's the card again. So they have seen this in you, and now they want nothing less than a connection that aligns with this version of you, feminines, with your divinity, with your spiritual embodiment. They have seen you demonstrate mastery, and they want to match that. What are they clearing? The Empress. So this is a card of abundance. This is also a card of pregnancy. So in the inverse, it can mean they have money troubles at this time and they're wanting to focus on that. It can also mean that if some kind of fertility, some kind of desire that they want can't be met right now, or if children are not an option in your connection, they are choosing you and your love over that. This is a pregnancy card. It is my pregnancy card in the deck. So in the inverse, the masculines are clearing, feeling like they have to have some kind of an abundance that would be on a path separate from you, or in some, just only a few, they're letting go of children, or the possibility that they may not have children with you. This can mean that they are sacrificing some plan that they've had in mind that pales now in comparison to what they are beginning to see is available with you. So it's some kind of a choice that they were hanging on to that is not going all in with you, that they're now letting go of. What would they say to you? I miss you, do you? There's something about no longer wanting to miss each other and instead not be in that distance, and instead come closer together, really, actually, for real, for real. What can the feminine see? Emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. Yeah. So whatever has happened right now, it's about keeping in your balance, not rocking your own emotional boat, feeling it, allowing it to move through, really witnessing whatever's going on for your masculine. That energy of wrongful advice, them needing more balance, them not being able to fully talk to you yet, knowing that they are manifesting you, knowing they don't want to be at a distance anymore, and just really being compassionate about that, because the will is there, feminines, and they're growing as quickly as they can, just like you are. What can we see for what the masculine's actions, how they're thinking about the actions? More self-love. So they really sincerely see they need more balance, and they're doing it. They're making so many choices in favor of that balance at this time. What are they clearing in the name of self-love? The Hermit, yeah, coming out of their shell. That's in the inverse. So they really are beginning to see the value in truly connecting with you as a team player. What? Oh, they're cheeky. What would they say? Don't I know you from somewhere? It's like they want to come around again and let go of whatever steam was blown off or whatever imbalance happened. And they want to kind of bring humor into it. They want to be more lighthearted with you. They want to be more playful. They want to be more loving. They want to get back to a more free-spirited, open energy, open-hearted energy. What is the advice for the feminines? Yeah, the serenity prayer, transcendence, prayerfulness, and serenity. So this is about having the wisdom to know when it's your masculines-ish and when it's yours. And really being in that protection, feminines, that if you truly are in your balance, know your worth and hold space. Your masculine doesn't need space from you. They need space from the lower versions of them. And so if you can hold space, it's not that you're giving them or you're being rejected. It's about holding your own so that it's not a pity party and it's not all about you when they're in crisis. Yeah. Masculines, you're feminine. You cannot say or do the wrong thing with this feminine. You know, they see your heart. You think you've hidden the real you from them, but you have not. They see the real you, even sometimes beyond your own ability. Just like you see the highest and best in your feminine, and they might sometimes be surprised that you see that majesty, magnificence in them, that they may feel is a stretch still. What can we see for the biggest challenge for the masculines? Remembering to pray. So masculines, put it down on the altar. Put all your burden and cares down and ask for higher guidance. You're not in this alone. There is this resilience rising in the masculine collective that doesn't need their feminine to come in and mom them or coddle them or even really be their cheerleader, although they know that you are that, feminines. This is about them really tapping into source and getting real. What are they clearing in this? The blockages, the Two of Swords. This is Lord of Peace restored and finding the way through the blockages. So there's a bottleneck of energy facing the masculines right now, and that is a challenge because masculines, you've never had to work so many puzzles at once. And this really is a reminder, go to source one step at a time, one thought at a time, one breath at a time, one action, one choice at a time. What would they say to the feminines here? I think we should see other people in the inverse. So these masculines have been a little bit stressed lately, and their fear of missing out on this connection has been challenged because they're not sure how it's going to work. I'm really getting that with these obstacles, they have found maybe one, maybe multiple different reasons that they aren't sure that this connection could be viable for circumstantial reasons. I'm getting living situation, work, you fill in the blank. They don't want you to be with other people. They don't want to miss out on you. They don't want somebody else to be with you the way that they want to be with you. They're not saying this to you, though. They might not have said this, but it might be eating away at them. And that might be one of the things, that they don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose out. They don't want to see you with someone else. So masculines, pray to the divine to be reminded that this connection is not something you can lose. If it's actually for you, your person won't go to someone else if you're honest, if you express your love, if you connect with them. They don't want anyone but you. And it doesn't matter what the obstacles are. Together, you will be able to solve it. Tears. What is the advice for the feminines? Spectrum generator, reprogramming, transmutation, stabilization. So whatever wobble has happened, whatever upheaval or lack of balance has come through here, it is stabilizing this connection in a more foundational way right now. And it does require the masculines to dig deeper in their heart space for that divine guidance and to move through obstacles and to really understand they don't want each of you to be with other people. What I'm seeing here is they are legitimately seeing you as the one, feminines. What can we see for the solution to this challenge? Masculines, doing what you can for prosperity and growth to bring your side of the energy true so you can. Anything you are being guided to complete, finalize, decide, take action on, this is about you putting in the work and getting yourself there. What is it that you're clearing? Ace of Swords, the Lord of Powers of Air. So this is the truth. It's like seeing things accurately, that it's an inside job. It's your own commitment, your own, I'm hearing, vow to yourself to do the right thing and to follow the knowing of your heart about this person. What would they say to you? I am coming, trust. So they have this inner conviction to do what it takes now, to put in the work, to balance the scales, to show up, to make themselves a better version of themselves, to balance themselves and to come forward. What do we need to see for the feminines? Blue Star of Hope, Ascension, Surrender, Purification. So there's a purification happening right now. Surrender to the process. Allow whatever has transpired or what will shortly transpire that feels imbalanced, that needs to come to light. Allow it to be there and be the doorway to a higher frequency connection here. So things, when they come to light, we can thank them for coming up to the surface and for breaking the ice. And then we are more well educated. We are more informed with the truth of things and, insecurities or imbalances or fears, and we can rise above. So feminines, stay in that high frequency, surrender to the process of whatever. This is kind of giving tower moment energy here, but whatever comes to the surface like that really is for purification. What can we see in the near future? The masculines are putting in the work. This is a waiting card as well. It's a gardening card. We see the 6 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles. Because the 6 is in the inverted, independent, this might not be something you're doing together yet, feminines. This might be the masculines putting in some investment in something that they have to tend to on their own. But it's also a commitment that will lend itself to your connection. I'm getting, when they get to the 8 of Pentacles, they'll be putting the work in, actually, in these connections. What are they clearing? The Hanged Man. So by putting in the work, they're moving the energy forward. The universe has put something on the masculine's plates right now that has caused them to have to apply themselves to bring something to fruition. And it feels like it's kind of got them in a headlock right now. It feels like they can't necessarily easily have the energy or time or resources to connect with you, feminines. They feel like they're being pulled at the mercy of whatever this thing is that they need to do, but it's going to afford them a deep opportunity to meditate and to feel into what they need to find clarity right now. What would they say to you? Strength, ego. They're dropping ego. They are coming into more of a humble approach here. So whatever this, I'm hearing binding is, that's preventing them from running this time. 222, I just saw 2222, 2222. Something is humbling them right now, and it's causing them to have to stay put in their circumstances to invest in what they are investing in. It might not be that they can contribute into this connection in the physical just at this point, and that might be what is holding them back from doing that. But whatever it is causing them to be tempered, to be strengthened, to have more clarity, to have more humility. What is the advice for the feminines? Sophistication, ingenuity, originality, and elegance. There's a lot of nuanced energies coming in and subtle energies, and they're all very, very good. They're like finesse. They're the subtle twists of the story that make sense, the truth that sets you free. So there's a lot of creative interpretation, truth, creative truth coming in. It's kind of like those punchlines or the moral of the story with a twist, the ironies, the paradoxes that come out of adversity, that come out of perseverance. It's like the fun part of the road. But let's have a look at what are the emotional, I'm going to do a little connection spread, I guess, is what I'm being led to do, and see what the emotional aspects are, what the masculines on the left are experiencing, the connection space, what the general emotion is there, and for the feminines. Okay, masculines are getting guilt, feminines are getting trust, and self-esteem is in the central position. So I'm going to start with that one. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So for the feminines, I'm feeling that you have this compassionate energy to you now as a high priestess, as a divine feminine realized. You're able to hold space. You're able to see what energy is yours and what is your masculine's. And this is the ultimate gift to them, to reflect that yin, the non-action, and hold space for them to mirror what they need to change, what they need to grow, so that it's not, ricocheted and karmic and back and forth. It's all them. What they bring to the table, it is shown back to them in you as their sacred mirror, and you need to do nothing for them to see the error of their ways, the areas they can grow, the areas they can balance. This is such a beautiful thing. This is what is emerging in the connections, is the self-esteem. And masculines, you are truly being seen, and you have such potential and such incredible beauty. And so it's time to start letting the world see that aspect, that truth, and clear all the guilt. So we have guilt for the masculines. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. You can't say or do the wrong thing with the right person, and that's what's going on here. So all this guilt and shame and acting out and uncertainty is going to be released, and you're going to be coming into your own masculines. And feminines, trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So, if you're facing your masculine disintegrating and acting out or having stress that's overwhelming to them, trust that you will be given through the Holy Spirit, through your intuition, what you can say and do in each moment, that you can do your best. You only handle your situations as good or as bad as you are aligned with. And so this is saying, if you can trust that everything is happening for a higher purpose and that your intuition will always lead you correctly, just remember to tap into that. This is that self-love, the protection that doesn't take something personally, that just holds the space. And then going into the future, we've got judgment. I understand that everyone has their unique path and challenges. So this is no one's perfect, and unconditional love truly is able to navigate these connections with flying colors, and with no need to harbor anything, just rolling forgiveness. All right, many blessings everyone. Bye for now.